Advice idioms to supersize your business. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, and we're going to talk today a little bit about advice idioms and advice when it comes to building and growing your business. Now, I don't know about you, but I've gotten more advice in my life about growing and building and supersizing businesses than probably just about anything else. Maybe a little bit more unsolicited advice about my love life, but probably business tops all of the other areas and aspects of my life that people have given me advice in above all else. So what are some advice idioms? We've talked about most of these, which is why I'm going to do something a little different today. Don't bite off more than you can chew. We've definitely talked about that one. Actions speak louder than words. We talked about that one not too long ago. A bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. Definitely covered that one. Don't add insult to injury. I don't know if I've done that one or not. I might have to go back and check because that would be a good one to do. Don't add fuel to the fire. I'm like, that no, when you want to supersize and grow your business, you definitely want to add fuel to the fire. And then Rome wasn't built in a day, meaning be patient. So today for this year's annual challenge, the BU 365-day challenge, to do one thing every day that improves us in some way, we talked about, and I'm asking 2 questions every day to make December a little bit easier month. Still traveling, so I want to make it easy on me plus the people in the challenge, because we've had a pretty heavy duty year of personal development and personal growth in all areas and aspects of our life. So today's question, the first one was, if you could tell your younger self one piece of advice, what would it be? And of course, this has gone around the internet and on social media because it's a great thought-provoking question, and it's something we should think about. Usually, if we identify a piece of advice we'd want to have given to our younger self, it's because we had a whole lot of lessons in that area that we probably learned the hard way. One I learned, and one of my best pieces of advice for myself if I were younger, would be to be yourself. You know, follow your instinct, do what's right for you. Doesn't matter what everybody else is doing. And so be you, be yourself. And it took a sudden cardiac arrest for me to actually take that advice. I played at the edges of that advice and the edges of my comfort zone, but I really never just dove in and said, you know what? I march to the beat of a different drum, and that's perfectly okay for me. So that would be one piece of advice, but there's lists all over the place, and if you search it, you can find literally thousands and thousands of responses to this particular question. And they tend to be big life lessons learned, and you can categorize them. And I found a list of 50, and I'm not going to share 50 because that's way too many, but I'm going to share a few of them just to get your juices flowing and thinking about specifically towards our business. What advice have we gotten that has been awesome, and what advice have we gotten that's been absolutely terrible? Because I think for every piece of awesome advice we get from people, especially when we're starting out, we probably get 10 to 20 to 30 pieces of absolute poppycock bad advice, things that we shouldn't listen to. That's why I always say, think critically and consider the source whenever you're getting information about anything. If somebody is telling you something or giving you advice or telling you something negative that they have absolutely positively never even dreamt of doing before, why would you take advice from them? We don't take relationship advice from people that have been divorced 5 times. At least I hope we don't, or you don't. I know I don't. So why would we take advice from people that have never created what we're trying to create or anything similar to what we've been trying to create? So what are some of these things we would tell our younger self? You're good enough. Want something, just ask. This was a huge lesson learned for me too, is it's okay to ask questions and ask for what you want. Patience and persistence. Don't ever let anyone tell you that your dreams are out of reach. Dreams do come true. Fear is I can't read my writing, something bad. Fear is probably a showstopper, because nothing stops most of us from doing the things we want to do more than fear does. And remember, fear is just made up, right? Mostly we make it up in our own head and in our own imagination. Smile more and worry less. Life is a marathon, not a sprint. Don't compare yourself to others. That's a huge one too, especially when we're online building our businesses or offline building our businesses. Love is all you need. You can only change yourself, nobody else. Write things down. Celebrate every win, the small ones as well as the big victories. Jump into the water, meaning, dive right into things that are for you. Don't focus on the failures and the falling and the mistakes. Focus on getting back up again and doing the next thing that you need to do to create what it is that you want. The family you choose is more important than the family you're born into. People who love you don't see the flaws that you see in yourself. The invisible scars that we all carry, the ones that other people can't see, are often the ones that have had the biggest impact on our lives and hurt us the most and take the longest to heal. Don't think so much. Happiness is a lifelong journey. It's not just one event here and there that, oh, when I make $1 million, I'm going to be happy. Nope, doesn't work that way. All right, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough. I have a big list. I didn't write down all 50 things, but that's just the tip of the iceberg, because what really matters is what is the lesson that you would tell yourself, because that is the key to your next big growth area. Love to know your biggest lesson learned, or I call it biggest lesson learned, or piece of advice you would tell your younger self. Share those in the comments below. If I can help you anyway, ask. Otherwise, I will be with you tomorrow.